Well, hey everybody, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm so glad you stopped by. First off, I want to wish everyone a happy new year. It's January 2023. Can you believe it? I sure can't. And I am so excited because we are going to continue from last year our shelf-stable pantry collaboration started by Mary Ellen over at Prepper Potpourri. She asked us all if we wanted to keep doing it, and I was like, yes, of course. Because actually, this kind of racks my brain, but in a good way. Because it forces me to think of different recipes that, you cannot use any fresh produce at all, no fruits, no vegetables, no butter, no milk. We can use eggs because some people have chickens, and they're shelf stable. They can be out on the counter. But it really does make my mind kind of go there and think, oh wow, what would taste great that I don't have to use fresh ingredients for? And today I've got a great recipe for you. I call it an Italian pasta bake, but it's also like a creamy chicken fettuccine, but it has three of my favorite things in there: mushrooms, roasted peppers, and sun-dried tomatoes. It's super easy to put together, and when I'm done with my video, I want you to head over to the other people's channels that I will have listed in the description box because I know they're going to come up with some great stuff. Now, we do have two new people who are joining us in the collaboration this year. That is Renee over at Pikes Creek Farm and Casey over at Ormsby Farm. But everyone else will be the same people that were in it all last year. So with that being said, let's get cooking. You're going to need 8 ounces of dried pasta. I'm using rigatoni or penny pasta, some chicken breast, some Bertolli Alfredo sauce, but you can use any brand you like, but I found that one was really good. Some roasted red peppers, a jar of sun-dried tomatoes, but you can use the regular dried ones that you reconstitute with water, and 2 small cans or jars of sliced mushrooms. Now we're going to add a crumbly topping with some olive oil, Italian breadcrumbs, and Parmesan cheese, and that's just going to make a nice crispy topping. Now in a pan, I have about a tablespoon of olive oil, and I added some garlic powder, and we're just going to stir that up and saute it until our mushrooms get a nice brown color. Now, while I'm doing that, I'm also heating my water for the pasta. Now, see how they're turning a nice golden color there? That's what we want. And I would say it took about 5 minutes. Now, here is my drained and rinsed chicken breast, my sauteed mushrooms, 1/2 cup of the chopped pepper, and 1/3 cup of the sun-dried tomatoes. And now I'm just placing everything in a large bowl. Super easy. Basically, I'm just waiting for my pasta to finish cooking. Got my sun-dried tomatoes. And then I'm just gonna pour in my jar of Alfredo sauce. And now, of course, I added a little water to the jar so that I could get every little bit out. I'm sure you guys know that trick. Okay, my pasta is cooked al dente. We do not want to overcook this. It should have a little chew to it still because we're going to be baking it. And we're just going to mix it all together until everything is nice and creamy. It'll look like this. Now I have my 9x13 casserole dish. I sprayed it, and I'm adding my pasta. Now in a small bowl, I'm adding a 1/2 cup of breadcrumbs, a 1/4 cup of the Parmesan cheese, and about 2 tablespoons of olive oil, just so that it becomes sort of a sandy mixture. We want it wet enough so it holds together, but we don't want it too wet. And if you need to add a little bit more olive oil, just do that. But pretty soon it will turn into like, it'll look like sand basically. See, I need to add a little bit more of the olive oil. Just eyeball it and see how it's starting to get a little bit more wet there. You want it to look like that. Now I'm just placing that on top of my pasta. We are going to be baking this at 350 for about 20-25 minutes. We're aiming to get the bottom nice and bubbly, and the top we want to be brown and crispy. Oh, and now I'm also adding a little bit of oregano, or you can use Italian seasoning for the top. It just gives a little extra flavor. Okay, you guys, here it is. It was 25 minutes, and it's kind of hard to see, but it was bubbling. I'll try to show you there. But see how the top is a nice golden brown? Oh, look at this. Doesn't that look yummy? It's cheesy. Look how hot it is. It's cheesy delicious. Just get a little bit more there. Now you guys stay tuned, because I am going to give you my review on this pasta. Time for me to give this a try. Now, I had this yesterday. I can't lie. So this is actually 1 day old, but I think it's going to taste even better, because you know how when things have a chance to sit and they get more flavorful, but it's still nice and creamy. Let's see. It really does taste more flavorful. Something about just roasted peppers and sun-dried tomatoes, it makes such a great flavor with the pasta. And this jarred Alfredo sauce I got is really good. I've had some other ones that are just but I believe, I think it was Bertolli. This is a good one. It almost tastes like homemade. And then you get the nice sauteed mushrooms. Now, if you weren't doing this for a shelf pantry recipe sticking 100%, I would have add some chopped fresh basil to it, but or even some pesto sauce would be good. But any way you make it, I hope you're gonna try it, because it is amazing. I would make this even if I wasn't looking for something in the pantry. And don't forget to visit everyone else's channel, because I know they're gonna have some great stuff. Thanks, Mary Ellen, for always putting this on. You guys have a great day. We will see you on the next video. Bye, everybody.